like I said, let's continue with the introduction today. But let me check your introduction that you wrote first. So, who would like to volunteer and do your introduction that you have written down at home? Any volunteers? Anyone who wants to share your introduction with us today? Nobody. Any volunteer or should I pinpoint one? Amako Aurora. Huh. You guys, please come up. There are lots of empty seats here. Come up, guys. There's someone. You can come up there. Okay, let's start from the green jacket. Let's hear what you wrote. And you can look at what you have written and tell me.
From undercover higher secondary school, just under from the Brazilian organized academy, and after that I have completed my graduation at Central College of Communication University. I got confused about my family, because I belong to a joint family. My friends are harmonious person and self-motivated person, and my weakness is I'm very straightforward and trusted individual. My short-term goal is to get a job in company, and my long-term goal is to educate myself. Here again, I build my career and have the organization to technologies. I love to listen, music, working with cooking, gardening, and interacting with music. That's what I do.
Very good. Any feedback for her? You guys heard what she said? Did you guys hear what she said? Did you guys hear what she said? Yes or no? Yes. Any feedback for her? You like her to improve? You like her? One of the best thing she did when she introduced? Any feedback? Guys, ladies, any feedback you want to give her? Don't let her stand for too long. Any feedback? Did you like what she said? Feedback. When I say feedback, you don't have to give only negative. Feedback means you can tell her she did good. You like her introduction, right? Feedback can be positive and negative. Do I select the whiteboard? No. Okay. So when we say feedback, doesn't always have to be negative. So, thank you. Very good. Okay. Feedback high whether in a negative right? Somebody says, give me feedback. Do you always go for the negative? Or pencil this thing? Negative to just a when I say give her your feedback, you can say you like what she said. All right, Yarba. Yarba, louder. I cannot hear. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Anyone from the guys? Guys. Then either ko do yeng aga hi or heaven. Why are you scared? Last bench red shirt. Introduction. What you wrote? From what you wrote? Huh? What? That's your first time. Okay. Sorry. Sit down. Uh, the guy in front of you, white shirt. Introduction. But you forgot to write. Why? Then do your introduction now. You know how you don't need to write down, right?
My name is Faisal from Thompson District. Currently, I live in after with my friends in Mango, where I have completed my graduation in the 2023. Currently, I'm listening at home.
Huh? you are waiting, you are looking for job. Okay, good. Sit down. Very good. So yesterday, what I taught you about self-introduction was just your name and address. What was your name again? I'm sorry. Huh? Sorry. Winning, yes, she was waiting. Okay, Winning, sit down. Winning wrote a very detailed introduction about herself, which is very good. But make sure you know your audience. Know your audience. When I say know your audience, when you introduce yourself, you have to know who's listening to you. According to that, you have to improvise your introduction. I'm not saying your introduction is bad, but you should know your audience and you should know what to cut down and what to add when you introduce. Yes, I got. Okay, that whatever you said could be your master introduction. Master introduction 하이디 ꯄꯨꯂꯞꯀꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯦꯝꯈꯤꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ you can take out ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯊꯕꯛꯀꯤ ꯆꯠꯄꯗꯅ CC ꯍꯥꯞꯄ or ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯎꯅꯕꯗꯅ CC ꯍꯥꯞꯄ ꯑꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯀꯣ. So ꯉꯔꯥꯡꯒꯤ introductionꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯇꯥꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯀꯣ self introduction. ꯉꯔꯥꯡ ꯀꯩꯀꯩ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ what did I say? The first one when you introduce yourself, greetings, right? So example of greetings. What? Yes, hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Or good morning. Good evening. Ka. Good afternoon. Ka. And next comes name. Very good. Name. Be your name. You can start with my name is. The most basic one is my name is. But alternative, you can start I am. Yes, this is. Okay. Then comes your. Huh? No. Myself. When you say myself, it's not post English. Post English as in yang English yang kayak beriman Okay. Name, then address. Address. I told you how to include your address since there is one new friend. I'll tell you. Address Haibakanda, you can say your locality name. When you are introducing someone, when you're introducing yourself from someone in the same state. Haidi Manipur Manungo or Ragadi, you can say your locality name. Say Pagaitan Akham Lekai, Ifan. Or Thobal May Lekai Lekai. I'm from Thobal May Lekai, Thobal. You can say like that. But when you go outside from Manipur, you say from which state? State and city name and state. Or you can just say state. Or you can say you're from Senapati, Manipur. Or Thopa, Manipur. Or Ukru, Manipur. And when you go outside India, how do you say? India, Manipur. Or Manipur, India. Huh? Okay? Yeah, the one who came today. Newcomer. Yan tayo ko. Yan tayo. Dali question mo ko. Ay na question hangin na scholar ko noida. The more you ask question, I'll be more happy. Alright? So, sige, magkakaroon pa. What else do you think we can include in the introduction according to what Winning said? What else can you add? Address na kung nagay happy yan? Huh? Qualification, yes. You can add your qualification. Qualification. How do you add your qualification? Karamba mo qualification happy. Yeah, congrats. Do you have any idea? Huh? Yes, very good. You start with your highest qualification. Why? Because when you go for a job interview, you do not start from I passed my metric exam from this year, then 12 from this year, a minor hierarchy. By the time you end up at your highest qualification, the one who's taking your interview might get bored. So you start with your highest qualification. If your highest qualification is 12, then you start from 12. Or when you're introducing somebody, just meeting someone, not job. Then you can remove this thing. See how you have qualifications. You can just say your name, address, and what are you doing here. Hadi other thing when you are meeting somebody during a seminar, then you can say from which uh, company you come from, which organization you come from. Address though. Address now. When you meet someone in a seminar, no seminar you are representing Glory Job Consultant and you're going for a seminar, right? Then when you meet someone in the seminar, you say your name and instead of address, you say from which company or from which organization you come from. So when you introduce yourself, you say I am winning and I come from and represent or I come as representation from Glory Job Consultant. Get I got. Aduduni when know your audience I say audience to gi nang introduction by bami dog aduni matumina you change how you introduce yourself. Nadarba. Kamaya introduce. How do you say your introduction? I know how do you say your introduction? How do you say your introduction? The introduction, the command in high people know it. Repeat. Anyone who can repeat what I just told you, how to introduce yourself. Okay, so how do you say that? You say we introduce ourselves according to where we are or according to our audience. Kumba, okay, address the qualification higher study. Adubu seminar just if you are in a seminar environment that you can omit this. You do not have to say your qualification. Then next what else? Everything that I'm going to say, if you listen to meaning carefully, you would have more. So what else can be included? Okay, hi Kige meaning. Hobby, yes, hobby. You can include hobbies. So what do you mean by hobbies? Hobby or hobbies. You can have one hobby or more than one hobby. So hobby. So many is again tabra. It can be one or it can be many. So hobbies. You can say about your hobbies. So how do you start a sentence when you want to say about your hobbies? Speak out. First class that. You should speak out so that you can improve your language. Yes. Speak out loud and clear. Loud, not shouting. Alright. You have to be loud enough so that I can hear and the rest of your friends can hear. Alright. So, hobbies, sentence. How can you start your sentence? I just answer. Come on. Hobbies hiding at the sentence. How do you start a sentence? When you you want. I don't think so. Come on, tell me the sentence. I want watching movie. That is one. You still haven't done it. You want to do it means you want to do it. So you cannot say I want. My hobbies are okay. Or okay, you can say my hobbies are any other? Yes, I like. Okay. Any more? Any more? Any more? Comfortable. Lower. My hobbies are I don't know and you can start with I like. Then any other? Huh? My my hobbies include okay. Anything else? Huh? You? Yeah. But how do you start your sentence? How my hobbies include then any other? Huh? Form the sentence. You are interesting. No, you cannot say you are interesting. The sentence construct. You are about to be correct, but how you are constructing your sentence is wrong. You can use the word interest, but how do you use the word interest? in saying about your hobby. Anyone who wants to try? Very good point. But how do you use the word interest in forming the sentence? Can you try again? No. Okay. Kamina have you interest? Yes. How do you say yes, very good. I am interested in Kamina. I am interested in how I see interesting oye na chakre meaning se ko. So I am interested haragadi I see this to pami. So yang basic ko iba sentence construction that my hobbies are se yang basic ko iba common oy nga ba niba. So I don't want you guys to use that haba. Ko mi na yang nga ba niba. So me yang toy na nga ba I like playing football or I like watching games in my free times do ba ko. Or I'm interested in gardening. I'm interested in crocheting ko amay na kaya ba. Hintay ka. Kamay na kaya ka sentence obviously number one da. Huh? You forget about that my hobbies are. Yes, I like and I'm interested. And kaya ba? Kaya ka nung hagi ba? Yeah, ba? Okay. Hobbies later ba? Then what else? Hobbies ba? Tunga kayo hagi
Officials. confusion 이거. 그럼 이거는 나이다. 다 가야간다. 지금 다 해보세요. 그래서 내가 뭐 하려고.
etc. Hazadeva, etc. I think we need Hazadeva. So you can say, I like doing such things, and many others, but I don't mention. Or I don't want to mention a like, or it'll be too long to mention it here, etc. etc. Khangdaba dumale. So let's avoid using etc. Alright? Yeah. Or none hobbies have you don't have to say everything you do. I also have to know your audience have the. So when you go for a job interview and the job interview is something to do about say gaming company sa job interview. It won't be about you gaming, but something to do with gaming. And you like gaming. Then when you introduce yourself, you can say you're interested in playing games. Aduy matanda, you can mention what kind of games you like playing. Aduda nang na akong pa hobbies mayam ka ragasu gaming nila emphasize piyo. Emphasize agadi aduda focus piraga aduda hen na dum na nganghan ba do. So you like gaming, or you can say I like gardening and also playing games. So know your audience. So hobbies you have to make sure that you are impressing your audience, the one who's listening to you. Alright. Then what else can you yeah, question no more questions? Any other questions? No? Then next. Okay, how
Favorite food.
favorite food. Okay. That will come under small talk. Right. Introduction, maybe you cannot say your favorite food, alright? Then? Huh. That will come under small talk. That will come later on. Right? Yeah. Introduction, then what is it about? So, ato ba kayo happy ay? Huh? Parents.
Yeah.
And that will come under your family. Family ko may worry siya ba? You can add, if you are going for a job interview, you can add skills. And these skills. Computer skills, gaming skills, writing skills, skills again, when you say talk about your skills, you have to know for which job you are applying. Job to be matumina, you edit out. Nangi arayba akang khuding magpulak hapagadi tariba mi do board rakani ha ko yang entak na mina taning ni badoy haidam. When you introduce yourself, you should know your audience, meaning you should say only what they want to hear. Job interview da ako'y na wangang na kana, ako'y na interview iba kana na, ako'y na hide sa mo'y na taning bawa din. Ako'y na akang magay hide na diba, mo'y na taning bawa da hide nila. So you should know logically kokta khalaga o mas si tani ngani na khalaga haiduni nitara ko chi myam se loi lai gre ba atopa ke hapa yari any idea huh what goals yes okay goals yeah hapa yari ba you can add your goals but I prefer you don't put your goals when you introduce yourself moi la dum hangak tam phare ba what's your 5-year goals what's a long term goal kan hangak pa yari ba aduna it's very good that you prepared for it prepare it or chat lo but let's not add to that okay ba aduga sisina qualification adu do haibasna when you are applying for your first job interview first job interview the dinang qualification the hire ni but if you are changing your job as in nan company the dorme company the home dore adu job interview pira gadi qualification ni matungina instead of qualification what do you think you will say
Experience.
okay experience very good but how will you say your experience When I know how to wear right now, they will ask you about your experience, but when you introduce yourself, what will you say instead of this? Mm. Former, okay. Yes, it's very good. That you are very good in answering, but I encourage you to say it in English. Wow. So, nani experience haragadi nangna hojik tawriba thabak ta adugi designation ta haidani if you are working as a manager right now and say you are applying for another high school classic grande classic thabak to changeba and you were working as a manager at Glory Job Consultant then you say I'm currently working at Glory Job Consultant as a manager ko amana ya high qualification if you are applying for another job you are jumping from one job to another any questions later on sige sida khangning questions later on later on lecture can I continue I'm telling you, I don't know what I'm going to please don't let me speak alone. I want to hear your voices as well. Yeah, bro. What's your name? Huh? Gunavani. I keep hearing only Gunavani's voice. I want to hear other voices as well. I said, I'm very bad with names, okay? I might ask you 1,000 times your name. I'm very bad with names and faces. Please bear with me. So, she may answer like but hojik recently, name di matunda addition naman na kay hapchat like name haraga si may answer hari ka na name matunda addition naman hapchat like what do you think it is? You should, huh? No. Age had to say there's only few countries you say your age when you introduce yourself. Age na teka. Something to do with name. Name ga malilay na kay add to siya khangba. Ah? No. Surname din name na yaw hindi ka. Surname that way. No. Name ga malilay na name ga. You guys are all Gen Zers na chonoy sa. Gen Z is not the rap. Millennial yaw mo iba. Gen Z ka ba? Gen Z had in 1997 and Beethoven Hopwa. Not chonoy mo sa. Then you should be following the trend. You should be knowing such stuff, no? Kaya happen name din makada. Kung ba? Pronouns, starba pronouns. What is pronoun? Pronoun, how do you know? In place of name. Now, name mabuta hai ba. So, name haraga, now, be and pronoun. Pronouns ay hakla riba. So, when you introduce yourself, this will depend on your audience. Everything that I'm teaching here, you have to edit it out. Improvise to guni ko. How? According to what? According to kay matungin na ontutuyo. According to kay matungin na ontutuyo, kay even no sa ino si hayop set. Yes, audience. So you have to know your audience. So pronouns means when I introduce you, say, hi, my name is Nikita, my pronouns are she, her. So why do you think pronouns is included nowadays? Hana pronoun it's like few years back the pronouns pronoun happy se Ah, very good. Why do I feel like only he's the one following the trends? No, is it Kanga Haidotri or not Kanga Kunjira? So yeah, because of gender became I'm not I did trans kumbalapa, the gi kumbalapa, especially trans moi se moi pronounce it, we don't know, right? Heku baganda moi pronounce it, when do you include pronouns in your introduction? Higher the company, apply to baganda company apply to a job interview. What do you think you have to do? Virturaba. Virturaba. Okay, mana namindo? Huh? No. Your name. Nadia. Are you bored? Do you want water? Oh, okay. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? What was I telling you about? Gender? And okay, pronoun. Okay, company when you are applying for a job to a company, interview we cover eba. Cover bakanda kamaida. How do you think you will prepare yourself? For example, glory job consultant that nang say hire tong glory ba. Interview we cover eba. Adu may kamaida prepare tong. Ah. Okay. Ma has it chumra. Chumra. Whatever he's saying, is it correct? Nadia correct or bra? Chumra. Nadia have a chumra. Chumra ma has it. Lali or Nandi? Chumni. Chumne. Okay. Mana has it. The first point go. It's very. That's the most basic thing you have to do ko. Hadi kamay na to ba company no? Mo company se kay da focus to be haraga. Adoy matungin na you have to prepare everything. Questions si hanggang kaya mo na ay introduction na si ha balik handali na handali ba. So when you study, when you do a background check background study of the company, if you find that they are inclusive, oy ba company din na harang din. Inclusive, hi di kayo. What do you mean by inclusive? Being inclusive. Yes, everything manunutan mo ko. Exclusive, hi di kayo. Exclusive, hi di. Ato pa kayaw di shi katang harap. Example, this shoes is available exclusively in our store. There's of course store today inclusive higher than everything. I pula to ima mo na konsol laga. Kaya to ba? Yaw like so inclusive mo iba company ne higher magadi. It means they are LGBTQ friendly having it. So if it is a company something like that, and if you include your pronoun, they will automatically think that this person is also inclusive. Mase sigumba gender mayam sisu respect the way na mo the company. So that's when you add your pronouns. Or when somebody is introducing themselves to you, I know that nang wala introduce to bakanda ay the pronouns hapagadi, you should also add your pronouns. Yan ba? Understand how I got? Kaya understand to Gayari? Everything got understood. Mm. Mm. What is your weakness? Weakness See, yeah, you have to prepare carefully, right? ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗꯣ ꯀꯣꯟꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯥ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯆꯪꯊꯈ꯭ꯔꯅꯤꯕ. So let's do with the self introduction first, right? So self introductionꯗ ꯈꯪꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯕꯣ? ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯏꯀꯣ, ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ in our family ꯃꯥꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯈꯤꯕ joint family ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯁꯨ audience ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ environment ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ job interview ꯆꯪꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯗꯤ I'm focusing mostly on job interviews because we have to be job ready, right? Job interview ꯆꯪꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯗꯤ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤꯒꯤ background matter ꯇꯧꯔꯣꯏꯕ unless and until they ask you. ꯍꯪꯉꯛꯑꯒꯁꯨ ꯍꯪꯉꯛꯑꯗꯤ ꯈꯨꯝ ꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ. If they don't ask you, you don't need to include your job family background. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯕꯥ ꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ, ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ, you don't have to include that. ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯀꯣ? ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯔꯕꯣ? Okay. ꯑꯩꯅ ꯀꯥꯏ ꯅꯝꯃꯨꯔꯒꯦ? Okay. Do the exercise macam tausiba. Something like yesterday. Let's write your introduction. Sige mayang points sisinarga. Let's write your introduction. It should be short and to the point. Short and to the point. Meaning nang di kano laksam sa dugo kasi na adudagi edit tawag kasi yung mayang dugo na. Write it down fast.
Oh, si plaster. Si plaster. Ano na ba di to pesa, new pesa na ni.
Oh, okay, okay.
Na rock to ga.
Okay. Go ahead. Avoid using my name is like I am. My name, when you say my name is, it sounds pre-nursery. The primary school. My name is certified. I recently gave my COVID. You don't need to do this now, right? This is not necessarily a recipe. From there are classes of it. Yeah, and you see, I now can go on and have function and have project that we just gave you one example and have my qualification. I have passed my okay, let's do the language. Training means use address qualification of identification skills. You can enter the you can enter skills. Nandi pronouns. Your pronoun. Do you want people to say he to you? Nandi pronouns. Nina namola hiding she hiding the he my pronouns are she her. Nandi pronouns. Mana namola. Mana namola pronouns hiding the Nandi pronouns. Nina namola hiding the pronouns. So Nandi pronounce it. Next it niti nila khala na siya. Niti or lagi niti pronounce it kayo. She her na siya. She her. Kaya Nandi pronounce it. Your pronounce. Winingi pronounce it. Okay. Thank you everyone for trying, and I'm really impressed that you guys are trying. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯗꯣꯛꯑꯝꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯈꯒ ꯁꯦꯝꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯐꯖꯅ try to write your introduction ꯌꯥꯝ impressive ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯤꯅ ꯇꯥꯕꯗ ꯐꯖꯩꯅꯦ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ like I said first impression is your last impression ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯥ job interviewꯗꯗꯤ ꯃꯤꯅ ꯅꯤꯡꯁꯤꯡꯉ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯅꯕꯗꯣ ꯀꯣ ꯃꯃꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯔꯒ ꯑꯣꯃꯥ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯈꯤꯕꯗꯣꯅ ꯅꯤꯡꯁꯤꯡꯉ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯅꯕ ꯁꯦꯝꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯀꯣ so now since you are trying to learn write your introduction properly aduga phajana practice tawrakanda makomda thokjarakadamneba introduction do there will be a stage where you don't have to write down then introduction do ithoga hydras yabagi stage la kaniba this stage la andoba handaki mixida yaika so my introduction do aina ngarang haiki do I na hawraga monotonous ko hinga mo hakto ko I man sizira do ko aina kay haiki kay dai haba English keywords da manabado yes synonyms ko synonyms mayam lai sentence kasu synonyms mayam lai ai hoji hai the hobbies that you thought there was the only way to say about your hobbies is my hobbies are haraga kalamane now there are two more sentences that you can write that's right I am interested in or I like or I love playing games amana hi bi so you find those things adugu masindo chijan loba be curious ka curious oyo aduga no na film gumba yeng bakana so practice to ba haise language ki practice to ba it's very interesting na you have to watch movies you have to listen to songs na ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯣ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯏꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯁ ꯇꯧꯒꯦꯗꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣꯕ ꯐꯤꯜꯝꯗ ꯏꯪꯂꯤꯁ ꯐꯤꯜꯝꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ introduction ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯤꯗꯅ there's introduction right in movies that we watch in series that we watch ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣꯕ ꯀꯣ so any series that you like English series ꯌꯦꯡꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯍꯧꯀꯣ English series ꯌꯦꯡꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ do you guys watch English series serial ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯤꯌꯥ ꯀꯩ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯤꯅꯣ kay series yenge which language series do you watch huh? English I have yenge hage which series do you watch Peaky Blinders se kai lamda set tawano karamba accent na ngi moida Peaky Blinders so it's very yang trending moida niko Peaky Blinders se kai lamda set tawano ending changda kamai wa ngi one Peaky Blinders khambra anyone who knows Peaky Blinders series British kaya Britain da set tawani ko England da moigi do accent di khambra what do you mean by accent when I say what accent hai de khambra how they speak akhoi da hara lon khoi ba ha ko lon khoi da se accent do ne ba hadi lam di matungina lon ba do hadi maitai lon da su lai da accent yaw ba lai ba kai lam da accent yaw maitai lon imphal ki accent ka kaching ki accent ka man de ko then thobal ki accent ka su man na ma ko something ka maina lai khana adu the accent ko ba there is nothing to be ashamed about there's nothing to be hadi akhoi da no nan ngai oi de ba do British keep saying British. Britain gi, England gi, accent to. England gi so accent may am there are lots of accent inside England. Then American accent. America da English non baga, England da English non baga mana de na. Karang mana hena diyan pa ngam American English and British English. Which one do you think? Britain. British na English non bata ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯈꯤꯕ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯦꯟꯇ ꯋꯥ ꯉꯥꯡꯕꯗ ꯀꯔꯝꯕꯅꯣ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ since you like British accent is sexy I can say like mayamna sexy or yamna style haidane British accent but it's very hard to understand ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ mayamna noknabigase moida haidi noknabiba as in making fun of them haibase bottle of water haibadai hoiba like a bottle of water hydra as the accent niko yan taba ngamdam niko we feel that we can understand British English British na ko 200 years pala kiniba but still it's very hard for us to understand British English ko kaya has bottle of water haibase sidai horaga mo sa noknabiba niko even they know that they are being made fun of but mo can mo wala visible they themselves make fun of themselves adusu ni ko British accent hai ba lay British ki accent so makhal akoina lu gyam sum da accent lay khamra James McAvoy khamra British actor British na tino se Irish man Scottish I think he's Scottish or Irish magi accent gyam sum da English you feel you hadi khangzaba English like kawo mana loli se English la khan bolo enjoy ba without subtitle I cannot understand what he's saying American English na na ko understand ta why do you know why khallone British na ko 200 years pala mi ba but adugi accent to understand ta ga bida ko na American English ya understand ta why do you think so not really no not really so think about influence tawado America ni miyam chate ni miyam lay hai we don't know right influencing TV da media gi influence si sina akoy se American English na hen understand taw halini ba sida changa pa media se han han American gi series ko na han change ba sum adu ko tara la ko ye ko American accent se hen na understand taw ba so English tam gi higher da di American gi series ko ba ye mo ba Peaky Blinders so it's very good to learn English but Moigi English to ta the wa ba the wa yan ta without subtitle even I cannot understand, right? So English series the higher one of my favorite Friends Taraba. Friends series. Friends. 45 minutes. So Friends series. Taraba Friends. But if you go Friends over early 1994 to 2004 year series that most of the people who are learning English, they learn from they mostly watch this series to learn. Friends, adagi, Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory taraba the series ni ko. Big Bang Theory series taraba. Taraba. Then there is How I Met Your Mother. Taraba. Nami na lang macam ni kan tarang bila. So you watch pa. Adong way matik-matik siya yung Friends. I highly recommend Friends. Adong way the series that they show me do mo taruk nila character adugi growth personal growth professional growth job interview chat pagi suya ko ne ka adu series that sige no teaching no passing job interview kung chat pa do may ako ne ba so you can watch this series to learn you can watch Big Bang Theory sina scientific scientists sing diwali nila scientists na ano but adu nga na diba ay comedy nga ni ko rin say adu ano natin then How I Met Your Mother How I Met Your Mother. Oh, sige ba sa English? Aray ba nga ba siya? Holy conversation to ye mo ba? You can watch just one episode tonight, and then we can discuss about it tomorrow. Ngayon ano ba word the vocabulary chapter ko nito. Vocabulary as in the words. Language ang magi words na yan with the meaning kang ba ba? Vocabulary chapter ko nito ko ba yin ba? Yeah, ko yin ba? So you can watch Friends or Big Bang Theory or How I Met Your Mother. Ito pa di, ano ba dali kang ano ba dali yin kaya ba? Try watching, alright? Yeah, bro. Ato pa di, like kay yin ke. Saan ganda yin ke? Kadi hire ka nito. English film yin ka bro. You guys watch English film, right? Yin ka bro. Come on. Why am I talking alone? English film yin bro. Yin bro. Yin ka. Karon ba yin ka? Which film? Hayo. Karon ba yin ka? Lo siya la seba kung tari. So hayo. Winning. What English movie have you watched? I still read in practically jagat harang konta yen bra. Ha. Jumanji, yes, Jumanji. Jumanji is a good movie. Ano word ni God Ben Johnson yan? Ha. I just reading it and I watched the older version. Robbie Williams ki ba? Hang Robbie Williams ki version ba? Kamanung chang baga na hanuwang kingadra. Ado yung hanuwa diwali ba? Yes, Jumanji is a good movie. You can watch. Ha. John Wick. John Wick, yes. John Wick yang Ostava Malay below. We had a John Wick killed the person. Okay, and with a deep two pencil with just a deep pencil. There's a sensor word already. Cinci bangang itu pak. Pencil khắc là mi anh hạ này là John Wick nó không đã thì bị ăn có sao lên nữa mà cái quy hát khi cái đi bench nó không phải là quy hát khi cái đó John Wick là để tôi có gì đây dinosaur có vấn đề về English ha good dinosaur good dinosaur like how to train your dragons like so like for me bahura pakanda angangi sundo ada How to Train Your Dragons kumba animated movie ay tayo ang nga channel yin ba singa at ito yin ba horo ka Why? Because you are trying to learn your English, right? Mina kamay na ngangmagay siya. Noy tamdoy niya ba? Adugumba movie study, since they made it for children, they will make it in English such a way that it's simple, but you're understandable. Aduga phazana sa tambaya ba? Frozen hamina. Frozen ishe yam how the way no. Kanano let it go, very good. Chum make it the way no. Let it go the way ba. Adu yam how ba. So anyway, for today, I'll give you two assignments. One, write your introduction properly. Sige po niya let me be impressed by your introduction. Submit it to me. I'll properly check it and then I'll tell you where's the mistake. Online student, they can write it down, click a picture and send it to me through WhatsApp. They can hear me, right? Okay. Minor try to impress me. To see English Hindi you try to learn. Hindi sa next week tabi hose Hindi class you try to do the same thing with Hindi English same thing Hindi you try to find out how to introduce yourself in Hindi. Okay, Hindi the same thing. Watch movie, listen to music, talk with somebody. Language tamge haragadi English haiba mi English katang haiba mi magawai siya na ba? Kaidagi English se lola hairegi example se kaidagi best example se kadai da lang ni hanga. Ima market chataba. Ima singo. There are lots of imas who did not study a single thing in their life. Ima who are well qualified English alone but yang haluba mapunsig life or just want to chika mo English has alone drop. No it's foreigner mo chango ba. Mo ka shuna mo na ma hai se kai no shung ang hango ai hangra. Hangbe ko mo ano wai siya na dra. Ang juma ai hai gani Hindi dagi English dagi ai hai gani ba. Adu do how is because they speak up. Hai na lo hai ka yan ta. Dapat nang fu da ngangi do. So broccoli broccoli market broccoli so that's how they know they are putting their effort dependent foreigner so with that mindset, learn from them. You try to speak up. From next class, I expect every one of you to speak up. Don't let only him speak. Competition healthy competition don't do that. Healthy competition this side, both side, every other side. Can I expect you guys to be more cheerful, more interactive tomorrow? Yes. It's not loud enough. How many people are there? I can hear only 5 voices. Will you be more interactive from tomorrow? Yes. Very good. Okay, I expect more from you guys tomorrow, alright? I know that class nungai jadi, sisi nungai dia, sisi dah change tau, hai wa. I saw right wa.